honor our senior soccer players before they play their last regular season home game. We are extremely proud of all that they have accomplished during their careers and look forward to following them during the remainder of the season. We also want to honor their parents. It takes a great commitment by the entire family for these athletes to have the opportunity to participate in athletics. Our first senior is Lauren Hull, manager. Lauren is the daughter of Jason and Megan Hull and stepdad Eric Spencer. Our next senior, number 11, Andrew Lyon.
Up here.
Andrew is the son of Kevin and Michelle Lyon. Our next senior is number 21, Junior Montanez. Senior Jody Pollock, manager. Jody is the daughter of Sarah Jo McKay and Josh Pollock. Our next senior, Gabby Russ, manager. Gabby is the daughter of Christy and William Russ. Seniors, thank you for all the Tiger Soccer program, and best of luck in the future. One more round of applause for our Tiger Soccer.
All right, now we're ready for some soccer. That was Fort Scott senior ceremony. Three senior soccer players honored tonight: Andrew Lyon, Max Leon Santana, and Junior Montanez, along with the two managers, Gabby Rusk and Lauren Hull. College Heights here at Fort Scott Ellis Park tonight in a rematch of a game played earlier in the season. College Heights won that game 9-2. Difference tonight is College Heights will be playing without Liam Nelson, Michael Perigin, and Max Anretter. Michael Perigin had 5 goals in that matchup against the Tigers earlier this year. Fort Scott will be in black with red trim. College Heights in white with black shorts. It's a mild night here in Fort Scott, but it is very windy, so see what I can do for keeping this camera steady. Number 11, Andrew Lyon, is one to watch tonight for the Tigers. He plays the up-top striker. Tigers play a low block defense, and then we'll try to send it up to Lyon in the attack. Lyon got through twice for 2 goals against the the Cougars in the earlier matchup. See what the Cougars can do to defend that counterattack by the Tigers tonight. Cougars have ran a 4-4-2, a 4-5-1, and may come out tonight in a 4-3-3 as they have some personnel changes. We'll see what they line up in tonight in just a minute here. Looks like a two-man crew tonight for the officials. Seems like the two-man crew is pretty typical here in Kansas. Cougars taking the field. Looks like Gavin Dow will be the left fullback. Ethan Yukinaw making his second start of the year after coming back from his foot injury. Playing left center back. Stephen Calandro on the right side, right center back. And Derek Bowman is going to be the right fullback. Braden Youngberg, Zach Beatty, and Ben Schumacher across the midfield. And then that top three is going to be Hudson Clevenger, Justin Boney in the center, and Noah Haley on the right. 40 minutes on the clock, and we are underway. Ball played back to Fort Scott.
Let's go! Come on, Andrew!
Andrew Lyon gets an early touch on the ball. Played down the near side. Early attack for Fort Scott, being defended by Bowman on the near side. Played down the line, out of bounds, throw in for the Cougars. Youngberg there to take the throw in. Has Schumacher on the run, plays it up to him. Fight for the ball back into the midfield. Schumacher tracks back to receive it. Lost my umbrella. Ball played all the way over the top. Yukinaw and Calandro come back. Stewart comes up. Ball bounces high in the air, and Stewart's able to get to it. Played down the near side. Knocked out of bounds by the Tigers. Throw in for the Cougars. Youngberg there to take the throw in again. Plays it down the line for Haley. Number 24 defending. Ball to Boney. Boney leaves it for Clevenger. Clevenger pokes through and gets stuck at the top of the box. Keeper comes up and makes the save. Played out to the far side. Dahl comes up to challenge, sent back to the middle. Beatty's there, gets a touch back to Dahl on the far side. Dahl carries back to the middle, plays it down the line for Beatty. Beatty drops back to Dahl. Dahl settles, looks at his options, plays it over the top for Clevenger on the run, into the top of the box, cleared away by, is that Lyon, number 11? I believe that's Andrew Lyon playing. He is. Okay, Andrew Lyons looks like he's playing more of a defensive role today for the Tigers. He's able to clear that away in the box. Montanez on the ball, plays it up the line. Yukinaw there to settle down with his chest and plays it back into the box. Lyons there to receive it, plays it down in the middle. Schumacher steals. Schumacher has some space in front, cuts it back for Clevenger. Clevenger carries back into the box, cleared away to the corner by the Tigers. Beatty chases down, played out of bounds, and corner kick for the Cougars. Youngberg's there to take the corner for the Cougars. Ball played high in all the way across the box. Haley comes back to challenge, and Haley lets it go out of bounds. Win that ball. Tigers throw it in up ahead. Played up by the Tigers. Calandro steps in, gets a header back into the midfield for Schumacher. Schumacher looks to switch the field to Clevenger. Cleared away, back to Youngberg in the middle. Youngberg, good settle, leaves it for Schumacher. Schumacher plays it back to Calandro on the back line. Calandro settles, switches it over to Yukinaw. Yukinaw has time. Plays it into the middle for Beatty. Beatty can't get to it. Lyons there for the Tigers. Up to Montanez. Montanez tries to clear. Schumacher there to get a touch. Stolen away by the Tigers. Schumacher challenges back again. Tigers play a through ball. Knocked away back to possession for the Tigers. Bowman comes in and clears the way with his left all the way across the box. Yukinaw is there to clear. Boney comes back to play the ball as Montanez comes up. Sent back into the top. Schumacher clears the way. Youngberg's there. Youngberg's able to turn, play it up the line. Looks at his options, plays in the middle for Boney. Boney settles and turns. Holds up play. Drops back to the middle for Schumacher. Has challenge from behind. Schumacher one touches over to Youngberg on the near side. Youngberg fakes it, brings it back to the middle. Off the mark and cleared away by the Tigers. Calandro pressuring up top. Ball played up ahead. Calandro's there to clear it back. Deflected off Youngberg. Calandro sends high into the air. Schumacher looking for position. Bowman's there, clears it back to the middle for Beatty. Beatty gets a touch. Still on the ball. Beatty carries, has some room in front. Beatty holds up play. Waiting for an option. Has Schumacher on the run. Drops it back to Youngberg. Youngberg sends it in on a one touch into open space and stolen away by the Tigers. Lyon on the ball. Boney challenges, sent up ahead. Yukonov gets a touch off his chest, and Dahl's over there on the far side. Out of bounds, throw in for the Tigers. Ball played in down the line. Sent back to the line and sent in all the way to the box for Stewart to clean up. Ball played up ahead to Youngberg. Youngberg into the middle. Boney's there to hold up. Beatty, he leaves it for Beatty. Beatty on the run on the half space on the far side. Cuts it back for Schumacher. Schumacher gets to it with space in the middle. Leaves it for Youngberg. Youngberg plays into space on the drop to Bowman. Bowman settles, has room to carry. Taking up space on the near side. Sent into Schumacher on the run. Schumacher takes the shot and deflected away. Keeper's able to grab it. That's Mintz in the goal for the Tigers. Ball sent all the way to midfield. Yukonov heads it down. Russell on the ball. Carrying to the middle, plays it through. Chase for the ball down into the corner. And whistle. Offside call on the Tigers will be a free kick. Number 13, Voller, is up top for the Tigers, making that run. Calandros takes the free kick into the middle. That's Santana on the ball, sent through. Voller gets to it as Bowman challenges. Drop back for Russell. Bowman tries to clear, deflected off the Tigers. Throw in for the Cougars. Bowman over there for the throw-in. Thrown into the middle of the field. Touched first by the Tigers. Beatty's able to get it. Ball sent into play. 2 balls in play. Sent into the box. And Stewart's there to grab it. Stewart comes up to the top of the box. Letting his line reset. Low ball into the middle. Schumacher gets a touch up into the air. Tigers send it high into the air. Ball sent through. Calandro gets a touch. Bowman plays it on the ground into the middle. Montanez makes a touch, stolen away by the Cougars. Youngberg plays a through ball. Stolen away by Lyon on the back line. Back to Montanez. Montanez plays it through. Schumacher deflects to Russell. Bowman clears. Montanez back to the ball. Heads it up in the air as Lyon chases back. Clevenger almost got there for an open look, but couldn't quite get the touch as Lyon clears up ahead. Calandro will chase back. Voller pressures and out of bounds. Throw in for the Tigers on the far side. Inbounded to Voller. He sends it across the box. Bowman's there to challenge. Sent high into the air. It's still in play. Stewart comes up and is able to grab it. Youngberg with time On the near side, plays it up for Boney, and too heavy as Mintz is at the top of the box, able to grab it. Mintz punts it away into the midfield. Dahl steps up, played into the middle. Schumacher tries to settle with his chest. Yukonaw's there to clear. Back in the middle for Montanez. Heads it forward. Youngberg's able to settle. Youngberg carries with space on the far side, plays it up to Clevenger, just too heavy again, and all the way into Mintz in the box. Mintz punts it away to the midfield. Yukonaw's there to settle with his chest. Leaves it for Schumacher in the middle. Schumacher carries. Schumacher has room. Montanez comes up to challenge. Schumacher plays it through to Beatty. Beatty drops to Youngberg. Youngberg at the top of the box takes the shot from 40, 30, 35, let's say, and over the goal. Goal kick for the Tigers.
Get some, Maxie. Get some, Maxie. Own it, Maxie.
Andrew Lyon takes the goal kick into the middle of the field. Schumacher's there, heads it down to Russell on the near side. Beatty comes in and steals from Santana. Montanez comes up, gets a touch. Montanez plays it down the near side. Russell chasing as Bowman tracks back. Russell gets a touch, keeps it in, and Bowman clears it out of bounds, throwing for the Tigers. Russell plays it back to Santana. Beatty challenging. Santana plays it through. Calandra gets a touch. Back to Lyon, who's moved up top. And over to the far side for Youngberg with room. Youngberg in the middle of the field, taking up space. Plays it over to Beatty. Beatty still on the ball to the near side. Slide tackle by Montanez. Beatty back to the ball, leaves it for Youngberg. Santana defending, over back to Beatty. Beatty on the near side. Looks to send it in across the box. Missed touch, still in the box. Clevenger gets back to it. Schumacher there. Popped away and cleared by the Tigers. Lyon chases as Calandra's there and cleared away by Calandra. Inbounded back quickly by Lyon to Russell. Schumacher defending, drop back to Santana. Beatty challenging from behind. Santana chips it into the top, and Calandra is there to head it away. Schumacher on the ball, one touch over to Dahl. Dahl plays it up to Youngberg and Schumacher. Schumacher takes it. Santana defending. Schumacher on the run. Schumacher gets into the top. Challenged by Lyon. Schumacher leaves it for Clevenger. Clevenger loses his feet on the shot and goes wide of the goal. Goal kick for the Tigers. 12 minutes into this game, no score. Goal kick taken into the near side. Russell gets a one-touch. Calandra is there to clear it. Back to Montanez. Schumacher steals up to Youngberg. Youngberg has space in front. Plays it to Clevenger. Cleared away on the far side. That's Eisenbrandt on the far side that cleared that away. Corner kick for the Cougars.
Man up, man up. Man up, Maxie. Let's go, big boy.
Youngberg driving ball in. Touched away. Schumacher's there. One touch. And we can't shake the camera with like that. Schumacher sends it over. Hey, please don't do that. Lyon takes the goal kick for the Tigers.
Go, Otto. That's coming to you.
I'm sorry, that's Voller back in the goal, in the defense now. Lyon's back up top. Ball played into Clevenger. Clevenger to Beatty.
Good job, Joseph.
Beatty deflects,
Good job, Joseph.
and that's a goal kick for the Tigers.
Get some, big Russell. Get some, little Russell. Let's go, Otto.
Voller back for the goal kick.
Win the ball, Cougars.
Voller sends it to the near side. Bowman comes up. Russell gets a touch up to Lyon. Lyon pokes it forward as Yukonaw's there to get a touch. Yukonaw plays it wide to Dahl. Dahl's there back to Yukonaw.
Get to the ball.
You can order Dowell on the far side, plays it down the line. Challenged by Eisenbrandt. Clevenger on the ball. Clevenger's able to get it back to the middle, makes a cut, and loses his feet. Montanez on the ball with time. Plays it back into the middle. Youngberg's there, settles with his chest. Youngberg's able to get through. Chips it down to the near side for Haley. Haley cuts it back and out of bounds.
Good job, Tiger.
Good effort, Joseph. Keep going.
And that'll be another goal kick for the Tigers. Fowler again for the goal kick into the middle of the field. Bowman gets a touch. Russell comes up, gets a challenge. Santana challenges it and knocked out of bounds. Throw in for the Tigers. Russell plays it down the line. Bowman's able to clear up to Haley. Back to Russell. Santana plays it off of Bowman. Calandro challenges and clears. Beatty's there. Beatty on the near side plays it in the middle for Youngberg. Youngberg with space. Cuts it back to Schumacher in the middle of the field. Good ball to Schumacher. Schumacher tries to one-touch through. Beatty, Boney's there. Boney tries to poke it through to Clevenger. Stolen away by the Tigers. Played up ahead. Bowman tries to one-touch. Chase for the ball as Lyon comes on and Calandro clears. And throw in for the Tigers. Santana throws it into the middle. Foul called on the Tigers. Free kick for Cougars. Brody Wright on the challenge. Youngberg takes the free kick, backspinning ball into the middle. Fowler gets a touch. Up to Russell. Bowman clears it away. Throw in for the Tigers. Santana over for the throw in. Barrett. Down the line, Lyons on the ball. Heavy touch to the corner, and that's going to go out the end line. Goal kick for the Cougars.
Close, Andrew. You get it. Close, Andrew.
Sub coming in for the Tigers on this near side wing. Russell's subbing out. And that's number 16. I guess maybe they're brothers. Another Russell coming in. Schumacher one touch to Youngberg in the middle. Youngberg has space, plays it back to Schumacher. Gets through, cleared away by Fowler to the near side, out of bounds, throwing for the Cougars. Bowman's there to take the throw. Plays it up to Schumacher. Schumacher trying to turn. Fowler defending. Drop to Bowman. Bowman settles. Across the field to Youngberg. Wright comes in to challenge. Youngberg's able to get to space. Youngberg makes the turn. Has room in front. One more move. Montanez is able to press to knock him off the ball and cleared away by the Tigers. Over to Russell on the near side. Bowman steps in, plays it back in the middle for Beatty. Beatty settles, cuts it back, plays it over to Youngberg across the field. Youngberg's got to track back for it. All the way to the far side for Dowell. Dowell back to Youngberg with space. Youngberg chips it into the top for Haley. Haley gets a touch to Beatty. Beatty on the ball, takes the shot, tries to chip it over the goalie, but goes over the goal. Goal kick for the Tigers.
Good D, Tigers.
That's the right idea, Cougars. Keep it up. Better luck next time, I guess. Keep it in. Keep it in.
22 minutes left here in the first half. No score. Fowler takes the goal kick into the midfield. Over Youngberg's head. Calandro's there. Gets a touch high into the air. Lyon trying to position himself. Lyon gets a touch back to right. Youngberg's there on the ball. Youngberg makes a move to get to space. Carries to the far side. Youngberg plays it through for Clevenger to run under. And Voller comes in, clears it back to the middle. Schumacher gets a touch. Schumacher fakes. Montanez comes in and clears it. Russell and Beatty come to the ball. Santana there leaves it over for right, but off the mark. Youngberg steals. Back to Schumacher. Schumacher with space. Plays it back to Dahl on the far side. Dahl plays it down the line to Clevenger. Clevenger cuts it back into the middle. Plays it through to the box. Voller gets a touch high into the air as Schumacher comes on, tries to get a touch. Still fighting for the ball. Beatty gets to it. Beatty touches back to Clevenger. And good strike by Clevenger as he shaped it back to the goal. But goes over top. Goal kick for the Tigers.
All right, win it. Stay in it. Keep fighting.
Voller again taking the goal kick for the Tigers. Side spinning ball to the near side. Russell gets a touch. Goes out of bounds, throwing for the Cougars. Bowman's there for the throw. Youngberg coming back. Puts it in the middle for Beatty. And cleared away by Montanez. Throwing again for the Cougars.
Get some, Joseph. Keep fighting, Maxine. Get some, Joseph.
Bowman drops to Youngberg. Youngberg back to Bowman on the near side. Plays it through. Stolen away by Santana. Up to Lyon. Calandra gets a touch. Youngberg fights for the ball. Santana. Calandra comes in and clears. Up to Beatty with space. Beatty tries to turn. Challenged by Lyon. Lyon's able to win it. Lyon tracks back, being defended by Beatty. Cuts it back as Beatty gets a touch. Beatty tries to clear it away into Schumacher. Wright comes into position. Montanez clears it to the far side. Dahl mistimes the jump. Goes over to the far side as it's cleared high in the air. Yukonaw's there to settle. He has time. Yukinaw plays it back to Dahl. Dahl goes down. Looks like he's okay. I don't know if he was fixing his shin guard or what on the far side, but Dahl's back up throwing for the Tigers. Stop in action. I'm not sure what's happening. The clock's still running. Okay, back to action. Tigers take the throw in. Calandra's there to touch up ahead. Youngberg gets the touch into space. Youngberg is able to turn it back. Sends it up to Boney. Boney taps it over to Beatty. Beatty leaves it for Clevenger. Clevenger takes the shot, deflected away. And Mintz tries to get to it. Will stay in. And out of bounds, corner kick for the Cougars. Oh, okay, goal kick. I thought that was deflected, maybe not.
Get one, little Russell.
Voller takes the goal kick for the Tigers. Ball into the middle of the field. Bowman gets a touch. Out of bounds, thrown for the Tigers. Joyce over to take the throw, and actually he'll leave it for Russell. That's Caden Russell. Plays into the middle. Wright and Schumacher come up. Schumacher gets a head forward. Joyce is able to clear. Back into the middle of the field. Calandro steps in. Wright comes into pressure. Calandro carrying with space. Montanez pressuring. Calandro keeps the carry. Drops it back. Plays it back to Bowman. Bowman sends it high into the air to Schumacher, Montanez, and Haley. Joyce tries to clear. Schumacher tries to settle. And Schumacher and Clevenger both came onto the ball. Just miscommunication. Someone's got to call that. And Haley will sub off as Hamlin subs into the game for the Cougars. 17 minutes left to play here in the first half. Wright gets the first touch on the goal kick. Youngberg sends it back in. Wright clears it. Yukonaw's there on the far side. Settles, plays it to Dahl. Back to Yukonaw.
Let's go!
Yukonaw into the middle. Santana gets a touch. Sent back in, and Calandro's able to clear. Over to Dow.
Let's go, Malachi!
Youngberg, good ball up ahead to Clevenger. Clevenger fights for position. Eisenbrandt defending. Clevenger plays it to Schumacher. Schumacher on the ball. Cuts it back to the middle. Plays it over to Beatty. Beatty tries to get through. Touched away. Clevenger to the ball. Plays it through with his left and deflected away. Corner kick for the Cougars.
Here we go, boys. Come on. Let's go, Big Black!
Youngberg takes the corner. High ball. Clevenger's there. Santana gets the touch. Up ahead to Russell as Bowman comes back. Russell's able to clear it up ahead. Calandro gets a touch. Plays it back into the middle. Santana settles. Hamlin chases back. Santana into the middle, and Yukonaw's there to settle. Yukonaw over to Dow on the far side. Dow plays it down the line. Youngberg's there. Youngberg carries back. Back to Dow. Dow drops to Yukonaw. Yukonaw into Schumacher with space to turn. Over to Bowman on the near side. Bowman into Beatty. Beatty back to Schumacher at the top. Schumacher sets up the shot. Boney's there. Boney gets a touch on it, is able to control it. Takes the shot, deflected away, and Hamlin comes in and sends it over.
Good D, guys. Good D.
Goal kick for the Tigers.
Way to be there, White. Come on.
Keep working, White. Keep working.
Here we go.
Ball played to the near side for Russell. Oh, good touch to Santana in the middle. Santana switches the field over to the far side. Goes out of bounds. Throw in for the Cougars. Dow's there for the throw in. Quick throw in to Youngberg. Youngberg touches it back into space.
Go, Malachi!
Youngberg drops to Yukonaw. Being pressured on the far side by Lyon. Lyon steals. Played into the middle. Calandro's there and clears it away. Throw in for the Tigers back at midfield.
Good job, Tiger.
Eisenbrandt's there. Wright comes down to take the throw in. Right down the line. Yukonaw heads it up into the air. Heavy touch by Santana and out of bounds. Goal kick for. Oh no, I guess it was out of bounds on the sideline. So throw in for the Cougars. Back up ahead. Foul to Youngberg. Stolen away by the Tigers. Clevenger defending. Santana on the ball. Clevenger's able to get to it. Clevenger clears up to Youngberg. Youngberg gets a heel touch. Back into the middle. Joyce steps up.
Good job, Joker. Good job, Joker.
And all the way into the box as Stewart's able to get there for it.
Way to come up hard, Joker.
Let's go, Big Red!
Stewart punts away to the far side. Youngberg's there. Youngberg's trying to get the turn.
Come on, Jacob! Get to the ball!
Youngberg back into space. Switches the field over to Beatty. Beatty off of his shoulder.
Who's on
Back
that
into the
guy,
middle.
Big Red?
Schumacher is there for the ball.
Let's go, Verde!
Wright defending. Schumacher has time. Plays it through to Youngberg. Youngberg switches the field to Clevenger on the run. Eisenbrandt defending. Clevenger's able to get in front. Gets into the box. Clevenger's still on the ball. The foul's on Clevenger for winning the position, I guess.
Go, Cougars, come on. Way to fight.
Valor on the free kick for the Tigers.
Let's go, Otto!
Ball played into the middle of the field. Ball gets over the top. Santana's there and Beatty. Beatty clears it away to the near side and throw in for the Tigers. Russell there for the throw in, plays it up to Santana. Santana settles, plays it back. Lyons there on the ball. Lion looking for space. Deflected off Yukinaw. Bowman comes in to clear. Ball played down the line. Lion sends it back into the middle. Goes through. Beatty gets a touch. Santana's on the ball. Santana trying to find space for a shot. Schumacher comes in and clears it. Youngberg there with space. Youngberg carrying to the near side. Youngberg's able to get possession. Cuts it back to the middle. Youngberg still on the ball. Makes the turn. Being defended by Russell. I'm sorry, yeah, by Russell.
Good job, Bryson.
Bassett.
Way to battle,
That was
Bryson.
number 8, Bassett on the ball. Throw in for the Cougars. Into Schumacher.
There you go.
Schumacher back to Youngberg. Youngberg chips it across for Clevenger. Clevenger tries to get up on it. Eisenbrandt there to defend and goes out the end line. Goal kick for the Tigers. 11 minutes left to play here in the first half. No score here in Fort Scott. Subs coming in the game for the Tigers. Ball sent into the middle. Youngberg's there, heads it forward to Hamlin, goes through. Montanez there, plays it into the middle. Cleared to Russell. Back to Schumacher. Schumacher settles, makes a cut, gets into the middle. Right's there, right clears. Up to Yukinaw.
Where you at, Brody? Oh!
Right commits the foul on Schumacher. Free kick for the Cougars. Youngberg takes the free kick. Driving ball in. Played off Montanez's shoulder. Russell to the ball. To his brother Russell. To his other brother Russell. Played down to the far side. Yukinaw tracks back. Lion pressuring. Yukinaw plays it wide to Dahl. Dahl's able to open up and settle. Plays it back into the middle for Calandro. Calandro up ahead to Youngberg. Youngberg has room in front.
Stop the ball!
Youngberg keeps carrying, takes the shot, and sends it well over the goal.
Hey guys, come on. Here we go.
Free kick for the Tigers. Back to live action. Dahl's there on the far side to settle. Dahl plays it down the line with his left. Eisenbrandt and Clevenger fight for the ball. Throwing for the Cougars up ahead to Clevenger. Eisenbrandt defending. Clevenger gets a touch to the middle. Takes the shot, deflected away by Voller. Back to Clevenger. Clevenger in possession over to Hamlin. Joyce comes in and deflects. Montanez there. Played into the box. And was there a foul called? Handball called on the Cougars. Free kick for the Tigers. Eight minutes to play in the first. No score. Tigers take the free kick. Voller plays it into the middle. Lion comes up. Calander's there to settle with his chest and clear. Up to Clevenger. Clevenger settles. Clevenger has room. Plays it through into the middle for Boney. Boney looking for position. Voller defending, and Voller clears away, throwing for the Cougars. Youngberg comes down to take the throw in. Boney back in the middle. Hamlin running to the corner.
Go, Joseph.
Youngberg throws it into the middle for Hamlin. Montanez challenges the ball. Hamlin sets up the shot with his left, deflected off Boney, and Mintz is there to track it down. Mintz top spin ball up to the near side. Russell and Bowman challenge. Bowman's able to clear it high into the air. Youngberg trying to settle. Joyce there defending. Youngberg plays it down the line for Hamlin to run under. Hamlin gets to it. Montanez comes over to defend. Hamlin, good ball across the box. Clevenger there and defended by Eisenbrandt. Cleared away by, I guess Clevenger got the touch. Goal kick for the Tigers. Lawler takes the goal kick into the middle of the field.
Let's go with you,
Santana there. Calandro steps up, gets the header. Up ahead to Joyce. Joyce heads it high into the air. Montanez is there. Montanez also heads it up, plays it for Joyce. Hamlin drops for Youngberg. Youngberg looking into the middle. Santana comes down, gets a touch, but loses his feet. Joyce clears. On the run as Stewart will go back to the line. And Calandro defending, knocks it off the Lion. Lion will get the throw in for the Tigers. Actually, the far side ref overrules, throw in for the Cougars. Calandro plays it down the line for Youngberg. Youngberg is able to find space to turn. Youngberg down the near side, defended by Santana. Santana is able to get through on the turn. Bowman steps in. Santana gets past him. Calandro back in position in front. Santana making a move. Calandro steps in and deflects, and throw in for the Tigers. Lion to the ball. Schumacher comes up to challenge, gets a touch. Lion turns his back, looking for an option to drop. Drops it to the middle for Montanez. Montanez clears it back into the middle of the field. Yukonaw comes up, heads it into the midfield. Montanez wins it with his chest, plays it through. All the way through to Santana on the near side, back into Russell. Dahl gets it, tries to cut it back. Lion takes the shot with his right and couldn't get a good touch on it. Goal kick for the Cougars. 5 minutes left to play here in the first half. No score as the Cougars will take the goal kick. Calandro back to take the kick.
You ready, little Russell?
Calandro driving ball to the far side.
Go, Buckeye!
That's Larson on the far side. Touched by Yukonaw back in the middle. Schumacher's there, plays it up to Beatty. Beatty has room in front. Beatty holds up play as Larson's able to defend. Back to Yukonaw on the back line. Yukonaw looks at his options, plays it wide to Dahl. Dahl has space. Dahl plays it down the line for Beatty. Beatty tracks back to the ball. Dahl back to it. Leaves it for Beatty. Beatty plays it in the middle for Schumacher. Schumacher tries to turn, loses the ball. Russell's there to clear. Up ahead to Lion. Lion has a chance. Calandro defending. Calandro's able to get a touch and clear away. And throw in for the Tigers. Thrown into the middle of the field. Calandro's there to head it forward. Hamlin chases back for the ball. Touched by Russell with his shoulder into the middle. Sent over to this near side and will go out of bounds. Throw in for the Cougars. Bowman takes the throw in down the line for Clevenger. Clevenger switched to the near side. Clevenger cuts it back to the middle, stolen away by Russell. Clevenger comes back and pokes it into the middle of the field. Russell's able to get back to it. Yukonaw's there to clear. Good touch by Wright as Beatty's able to get back to it. Yukonaw one touch to Schumacher to turn. Schumacher drops back to Bowman. Bowman one touch into Russell, stolen away by Santana. Youngberg defending. Santana looking for an option. Back into the middle. Boney steals. Boney's still on the ball. Fowler steps in. Boney still carrying to the far side. Boney looking for an option to get space. Plays it in the middle. Clevenger's there. Clevenger cuts it back. Fighting for an option. Clevenger still on the ball. Clevenger getting to the edge. Fowler comes in. Slide tackle. Clevenger back to the ball. Loses his feet. Youngberg's there. Youngberg keeps it on the ground. Cleared high in the air. Wright's there. Wright's able to get a kick to the far side. Dahl comes in and keeps it in play. Dahl plays to Schumacher with space in front. Schumacher carrying. Schumacher chips it into Boney. Boney gets a touch and goes all the way through to Mintz.
Good job, baby. Way to battle, way to battle.
Mintz will come up to the top of the box to punt it away.
The game's far from over, Big Red. Keep
Top
going.
spin. Calandro gets a touch. Santana steals. Played through it down the line for Russell, but too heavy, and throw in for the Cougars.
What you got, Max? You got some gas in that tank. Let's go, Max.
Calandro down the line. Joyce and Clevenger on the ball. Back to Calandro, who plays it into the middle. Fowler steps up, wins it with his chest.
Let's go.
Clears it high into the air for Lion. Bouncing ball as Yukonaw fighting for position. Lion tries a bicycle kick, took it right off of Yukonaw's head off his face. And that will be a goal kick for the Cougars. 1:30 left to play here in the first half.
You ready, Lola? You ready, Lola?
Keep fighting, Caden. Let's go, Andrew.
Calando takes the goal kick into the middle of the field. Schumacher's there, heads it forward. Boney comes up to the ball. Boney drops it back to Youngberg. Youngberg one touch down the line for Clevenger to run to. And that goes out of bounds, throwing for the Tigers.
There you go, win it back. Win it back. Let's go, Bryce. Keep it in.
Joyce takes the throw in for Fowler. Boney comes up to challenge, plays it in the middle, bounces over Schumacher. Calando is there to settle.
Go, Andrew.
Calando back to Schumacher. Santana challenging. Schumacher's able to find space, drops it back to Yukonaw. Yukonaw has time. Lyon comes over to challenge. Yukonaw touches over to Dowell, stolen away by Lyon. Yukonaw defended on ball. Dowell good cover and is able to get there on the steal. Drops it back to Stewart. Stewart clears it away down the far side. Off to Larson. Beatty steals and plays it into the middle for Schumacher. Schumacher with plenty of space in front. Schumacher carrying, looking to take up space. Schumacher cuts it to Hamlin. Hamlin settles at the top of the box, plays it in the middle. Boney's there, sweeps it with his left, and Mintz is there for the save. And that will do it for the half. Good finishing run for the Cougars. And after 40 minutes of play, no score. We'll take a 10-minute audio break here and be back for the second half. All right, guys, we're back, ready to start the second half. Put 40 minutes on the clock. Cougars will take the kickoff. Spencer Jackson in the game to start the second half at the left wing. Looks like that's the only change from the starting 11. Ref tying his shoe, and then we should be ready. Santana is Maxi Leon Santana, and it looks like he goes by Leon, so we'll use that as his reference here in the second half. Restart to the second half as Schumacher plays it back to Yukina. Yukina over to Calandro. Calandro into the middle of the field. Won by Leon as Beatty challenges Leon, able to get through. Schumacher deflects, gets it over to Youngberg on the far side. Youngberg in the half space. Plays it into Yukina. Yukina gets it with space in front. Yukina carrying, plays it wide to the near side for Dahl. Dahl back to Yukina. Yukina looking at his options. Takes up space, plays it through to Schumacher. Schumacher has a runner, cuts it back. Looking to switch the field. Schumacher still on the ball, plays it over to Calandro. Drop. Played through to Clevenger. Clevenger settles. Calandro making the overlapping run, sends it in, and goes wide of the frame. Goal kick for the Tigers. Lions still up top for the Tigers as Valor takes the goal kick. Side spinning ball to the far side. Gets through the first line. Bowman sends it back in. Deflected away by Montanez into Schumacher. Schumacher plays it across. Youngberg is there on the ball. Youngberg claws it back and drops over to the far side for Bowman. Bowman down the line for Clevenger. Can't control it. Out of bounds. Thrown for the Tigers. Joyce throws it in down the line. Clevenger heads it up in the air. Youngberg's there. Fight for the ball with Leon. Sent to Wright. Wright plays it through and there to settle with time. Yukina over to Dahl on the near side. Russell comes up to challenge. Dahl turns it back.
Good job, little Russell. Good job, little Russell.
Dahl plays the drop to Yukina. Yukina switches it over to Calandro. Lion pressuring the ball. Calandro carries into the middle. Calandro's able to find space for Yukina. Into the middle for Schumacher. Schumacher back to Calandro. Calandro with time as Lions chasing. Yukina back to the ball with time. Plays it into Schumacher. Schumacher one touch to Dahl on the overlap. Behind him, and Dahl's able to get back to the drop. Yukina back into Schumacher. Right challenging. One touch to Yukina. Good ball to Schumacher. Schumacher's got room in front. Leaves it for Beatty. Beatty at the top of the box, into the box, and Schumacher's there for the follow, settles it, and can't get a strike on target. Goal kick for the Tigers. Good possession soccer by the Cougars into shot opportunity, and the Tigers will take the goal kick. Baller back into the middle of the field. Leon gets the header down. Clevenger steals up to Youngberg. Youngberg carried in the half space, leaves it wide for Clevenger. Clevenger battling with Joyce. Joyce is able to deflect it away and throw in for the Cougars. Clevenger over for the throw in. Drop back to Bowman on the back line. Bowman carries back, leaves it for Calandro. Calandro on the far side, carrying down the line, leaves it for Beatty. Beatty drops back to Schumacher. Schumacher looking to turn. Drops it back to Yukina. Yukina back into space for Schumacher. Wright challenges. Schumacher gets through. Montanez comes in, and Wright tackles, or Schumacher's tripped over the ball, hard to say which, into a transition opportunity for Lion. Yukina in front defending. Lion cuts it back, gets into the box, plays it through, and good positioning by Calandro, able to clear it away.
Good pass, Andrew.
Wright comes over to take the throw, throws it in down the line for Lion. Goes all the way through. Lion's able to keep it in. Dowell defending. Yukino comes in to slide tackle and corner kick for the Tigers.
Oh, you, Junior. Oh, you, Junior. On the rebound, Junior.
Wright comes over for the corner.
On the rebound, Junior.
Ball chipped high into the air, and that's going to go out of play. Goal kick for the Cougars. Dowell back for the goal kick. Actually, Youngberg's going to come back for the goal kick. Youngberg takes the goal kick to the far side. Clevenger's there. Joyce defending. Clevenger's able to settle it. Plays it back to Calandro. Calandro makes the touch, carries into space. Calandro into the middle of the field, leaves it for Schumacher off the mark as Russell comes up to steal. Dowell defending in front. Dowell with a good slide tackle. Into possession, plays it through for Spencer. Jackson on the run. Eisenbrandt defending. Jackson taps it into the middle, cleared away by Fowler. Back to Youngberg. Youngberg to Schumacher. Schumacher settles, plays it through to Clevenger. Clevenger on the ball. Good turn. Oh, loses it away. Montanez is able to clear. Lyon and Calandro fight for the ball. Lyon gets to it. Yukino defending. Lyon makes the run down the line, looking to get to the edge. And the Lion's still on the ball. Takes the shot. Deflected by Calandro. Bowman's there. And is able to clear back in the middle of the field for Wright. Wright sends it back in. And goes out of bounds. Goal kick for the Cougars. For some reason, the Cougars are giving up their midfield to have Youngberg come back to take the goal kick. I don't see why they're doing that. They're already giving up a position by having not the goalie take the goal kick, and then they're giving up a second position having a midfielder come back. Ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. Wright throws it in down the line. Up ahead to Lyon. Yukino defending. Lyon knees it forward. Off of Yukino. Throw-in for the Tigers. Lyon looking to take the quick restart. Up to Leon. Leon being defended by Yukino. Loses it out of bounds. Yukino actually tapped it out, so corner kick for the Tigers. Wright's over there to take the corner. Wind in his face. Good ball in. Touched away by Stewart. And Bowman's there to clear. Up to Clevenger. Clevenger carrying. Back into the middle for Schumacher. Schumacher one touch for Clevenger to continue his run down the line. And there was a whistle that kept being blown. I couldn't tell what it was. I guess it was the ref blowing that. It sounded like a firework. I don't think I've ever seen a play blown dead like that on a fast break. That does not sound like the whistle that was used, so now I'm not even sure if the ref blew the whistle. And restart a play for the Cougars. Played in the middle for Beatty. Beatty to Youngberg. Youngberg over to the near side. Out of bounds, throw-in for the Tigers. Wright throws it down the line. Yukon heads it forward. Russell gets a touch. Dahl is able to gather it. Plays it into Schumacher, deflected off of him. Dahl gets back to it, plays it forward for Schumacher. Montanez comes in, gets a touch, but Youngberg's there to settle. Youngberg with space in front as Montanez chases on the ball. Youngberg tries to cut it through to Schumacher, deflected by Montanez. Down the line for Clevenger. Clevenger being defended by Joyce. Clevenger gets to the edge, trying to get position, gets fouled from behind, and free kick for the Cougars. Youngberg over to take the free kick. Winds died down a little bit, which is nice. Youngberg low ball in, cleared away by Montanez.
Good job, Junior.
Fort Scott dribbles down the line. Clevenger drops to Calandro back in the middle for Schumacher. Schumacher cuts it back over to Dahl on the near side. Dahl drops back to Schumacher in the mid with space. Wright defending. Schumacher plays it over to Calandro. Back into Youngberg. Youngberg over to the far side for Bowman. Bowman carries. Poked away, but right to Youngberg. Youngberg plays it through for Clevenger. Clevenger brings it to the middle, takes it with his left, and Mintz is there to make the save. Mintz punts it high into the air. Dahl's there, gets a touch with his left. Russell comes back to the ball, goes out of bounds, throw in for the Tigers. Right over for the throw in. Plays it up ahead. Schumacher heads it back into the middle. Wright's there. Missed touch into Beatty. Beatty clears it. Montanez comes to play the ball, handball, and free kick for the Cougars. Youngberg over for the free kick. Youngberg takes the strike, headed up in the air by Montanez. Wright's there. Wright tries to clear it away. Right to Youngberg. Youngberg has time, plays it across to Schumacher in space. Schumacher carrying, being challenged by Leone. Cleared away by the Tigers. Beatty's able to challenge back. Fight for the ball and foul on Beatty. Free kick for the Tigers. Leone takes the free kick into the far side. Calandro's able to clear up to Schumacher with time. Schumacher carries up in the field. Wright coming over as Leone's there to defend. Play to Youngberg. Youngberg settles. Plays it across to Beatty on the run. Beatty plays it through. Jackson gets to it, tries to one touch. Baller's there to clear. Baller clears it up the near side. Yukonaw's there. Yukonaw settles. Plays it, challenged by a line from behind. Leone comes up. Beatty makes a good touch into the middle. Wright comes over, clears it to Schumacher. Schumacher plays it to Youngberg. Youngberg has room in front. Youngberg takes the strike. Good ball. And deflected away by Mintz. Corner kick for the Cougars. Youngberg over to take the corner for the Cougars. Driving ball in, spinning. Boney's there, but couldn't get a touch on it. It landed right at his foot. He was trying to head that, and it must have got deflected because he just let it go by. And subs coming in the game for the Cougars. Goal kick as Hamlin comes on. Jackson will sub off. Baller takes the goal kick into the middle of the field. Leone's the first to touch. Schumacher comes over, gets a deflection. Wright's able to send it up to Lyon. Calandro's there. Calandro touches it back. Back to Lyon. And Calandro's able to clear. Throw in for the Tigers. Lyon's over for the throw in. Plays it up to Leone. Across the box, and Stewart's there to make the save. Rolled out to Youngberg with plenty of room in front on the half space on the far side. being defended by Montanez. Played over the top by Youngberg. Nobody's there. And settled by Valor on the back line. Boney's defending. Pat poked back into the middle. Youngberg gets a touch to Lyon. Yukina steps in and deflects. Lyon's still on the ball. Calandra's there and plays it through to Youngberg. Youngberg plays it across the field. Russell's there first and lets it go out of bounds. Throw in for the Tigers. Wright will come over to take the throw in. As a sub coming in the game for the Tigers. I can't tell who that is on the far side, but Wright's taking the throw in. Up ahead. Whistle blown. Dow will get the free kick. That looked like the wrong call. Dow looked to be the one that initiated the contact. Dow into the middle of 4, Calandro. Calandro plays it up to Beatty. Beatty over to Clevenger.
Let's go, big
Clevenger
man.
drops it to Youngberg with plenty of space. Youngberg sends it in, deflected away. Russell comes in. Dow's there first. Dow to Schumacher. Schumacher carries, drops it back to Yukina. Lyon pressuring. Yukina over to Dow on the near side. Dow plays it up for Schumacher. Schumacher's able to get to it. Montanez defending. Schumacher plays it across for Clevenger. Clevenger cuts it back, takes the shot, and off the crossbar. Schumacher's there for the left follow. And Mintz is there to gather it up.
Keep going, big man.
Ball sent high into the air. Dahl and Yukina miscommunicate. Yukina is able to get it forward. Schumacher's there. Schumacher turns, leaves it for Dahl.
Keep going. Fight for it, Kaden.
Dahl's able to turn down the line. Dahl still in possession, being defended by Russell. Plays it into Schumacher. Schumacher drops to Calandro. Calandro still in the middle of the field, plays it over for Yukina. Lyon pressuring, played into the middle for Schumacher. Schumacher has room to turn, Wright defending. Stolen away by Leon in the middle, cleared by Montanez. Calandro's there and clears it away, and that'll be a throw-in for the Tigers. 23 minutes left to play, no score here in Fort Scott.
Get some, Maxie, get some. Here's little Russell.
Right over for the throw-in, sends it down the line. Leon comes in and out of bounds, throw-in for the Cougars.
You ready, Brody? You ready, Brody? You ready, Brody?
Dahl takes the throw to Schumacher, defended by Wright. He's able to get it back to Dahl. Dahl down the line. Dahl keeps carrying. Eisenbrandt comes on to defend, plays it down the line for Hamlin. Hamlin and Leon sent across the box. Boney's there. Boney leaves it for Dahl. Dahl takes the shot. And bouncing ball, Mintz is there to make the save. Mintz punts it high into the air down the near side. Schumacher and Leon there. Schumacher makes the touch off his thigh. And out of bounds, throw in for the Tigers. Over top of everyone, Yukina's there to settle. Yukina back into the middle. Missed touch for Lyon to steal. Back to Leon on the near side. Played through. Lyon's there. Shot on goal as Stewart's there. Makes a great save. And corner kick for the Tigers. Wright comes over to take the corner for the Tigers. Wright sends it to the far side, all the way over. Calandra comes in and is able to clear. Out of bounds throw in for the Tigers. Lyon's over there to take, actually, yeah, that's Lyon over there to take the throw in. Plays it to Leon. Bowman defending in front. Leon loses his feet. And free kick for the Tigers. Is it a free kick or a... Okay, Tigers asking for space, 10-yard distance.
Close it out, Big Russell.
Beatty and Calandra on the wall, chipped into the box. Yukonaw's there, heads it away. Yukonaw to the ball. Won by Lyon. Lyon's able to turn it back. Yukonaw defending in front. Lyon gets the edge, tackled by Dow, still in, and goes through. Corner kick. Not sure what happened there. Corner kick for the Tigers. Wright will take the corner for the Tigers. Plays it in, and on top of the net, goal kick for the Cougars. Youngberg takes the goal kick for the Cougars. Up ahead, Joyce is there. Boney wins it. Boney looking to play it through. Boney on the fight for the ball. Plays it through to Hamlin. Cleared away by Lawler. Beatty heads it down. Wright's able to clear. Bowman there on the far side is able to settle. Plays it down the line for Clevenger. Clevenger looking to turn. Defended on the far side by Larson. Stolen away by Calandro. Calandro plays it through to Clevenger. Clevenger back to Schumacher or to Youngberg in the middle. Wright steps in. Youngberg's able to get past. Youngberg chips it in with his left. And Eisenbrandt clears the way, throw in for the Cougars. Youngberg throws it into Hamlin. Hamlin tries to turn. Eisenbrandt tries to clear it away. Sent high into the air, out of bounds, throwing for the Cougars. Throw in by Dow to Youngberg. Youngberg back to Dow. Leon defending in front. Dow trying to get into the box. Leon's able to come in and steal. Dow defending still. Back to the ball. Hamlin's there. Hamlin gets tackled as Eisenbrandt clears. Yukonaw comes in and deflects. Schumacher over to the ball. Schumacher carrying down the line. Cuts it back into the middle. Plays it to Youngberg. Youngberg plays all the way across to Bowman. Bowman to the far side. Played down the line for Clevenger. Clevenger drops back to Bowman. Bowman into Beatty. Beatty drops for Youngberg. Youngberg across to Bowman. Bowman over to Schumacher. Schumacher tries to turn. Plays it back into space for Bowman. Bowman one touch into the middle. Clevenger tracks back and gets a touch. Clevenger's able to get to it. Clevenger looking to turn, takes the shot. And Mintz is there for the save. Mintz punts it high into the air. Calandra steps in. Gets it to Youngberg. Youngberg turns. Leaves it for Schumacher. Schumacher in the middle of the field. Plays it on the ground to Clevenger. Clevenger tries to 1-2, deflected away by the Tigers. Clevenger tracks back to the ball. Makes the turn into the middle. Back into Beatty. Beatty drops to Youngberg. Youngberg has time, right defending. Youngberg playing over to Bowman on the far side. Bowman carries down the line. Plays it for Clevenger, or Schumacher. Schumacher gets through. And no call. Boney's there. Boney drops back to Schumacher. And out of bounds. Throw in for the Tigers. Bowman drops back to Youngberg. Youngberg over to Yukonaw. Yukonaw has time. Plays in the middle for Calandro. Calandro drops back to Youngberg.
Get to the ball!
Youngberg sends it into the middle. High into the air as Hamlin tracks back for the ball. Russell over for it, makes a touch down the line. Dowell's there to steal. Dowell plays it in the middle for Beatty. Beatty drops back to Yukinaw. Yukinaw one touch back into Beatty. Beatty back to Dowell. Dowell makes the switch over to Youngberg, or actually over to Bowman. Bowman comes up to play it, plays it down the line for Clevenger. Clevenger's there to make the run. Joyce defending. Clevenger sends it in. Boney's there, high into the air. Hamlin gets back to the ball. Hamlin looking to shape a shot and kicks it off frame. Goal kick for the Tigers. 15:30 left to play here in the second half. Still no score. Fort Scott taking the goal kick.
Win this. You ready?
Fowler sends the ball into the middle of the field. Leon's there to make a touch. Schumacher steals. Montanez comes in and clears. Ball into the middle of the field. Yukinaw heads it back. Beatty comes back to get a touch. Leaves it for Youngberg. Youngberg carrying down the half space. Stolen away by Montanez. Boney tracks back and is able to play the ball back to Bowman into possession. Bowman cuts it back to Clevenger. Clevenger carrying across the middle. Switch of field over to Dowell on the near side. Dowell on the ball has time. Plays it down the line for Youngberg. Leon steps in and steals. Youngberg challenge, and Dowell keeps it in. Another challenge, still on the ball. Youngberg to the ball. Play to Beatty. Schumacher back to the ball. Schumacher carrying. Cuts it back. Plays it back to Dowell. Dowell over to Youngberg. Youngberg in the middle of the field. Montanez comes up to pressure. Youngberg chips it into Clevenger. Clevenger settles with his chest. Plays it through on the run to Boney. Or actually back to the ball. Clevenger still on the ball. Gets it to Boney. Boney drops for Clevenger. Clevenger gets to the edge. Takes the shot across the box. Hamlin comes in and cleared away by Eisenbrand. Corner kick for the Cougars. 13 minutes left, or 14 minutes left to play in regulation. Youngberg taking the corner kick. Hamlin and Clevenger on the far side. Boney in the middle. Sent to the backside. Mintz gets a touch. It's in trouble. Schumacher tries to head it in and tries to follow. Still trying to clear. Beatty comes in and sends it with his left over the goal.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Goal kick for the Tigers. Goal kick for the Tigers in the middle of the field. Schumacher's there, heads it down. Stolen away by the Tigers into a through ball.
Go, Tiger!
And Tigers take a throw in on the far side. Bowman's there. Lyon comes up to win the ball. Lyon to Leon. Leon carrying down the far side. Makes a touch through as Calandra chases back. Bowman comes back into cover. Leon cutting it back to the middle. Calandra's able to step in and clear. Back to Montanez. Montanez sends it back in. Wright comes over to play the ball. Wright sends it in, and that'll go all the way through. Goal kick for the Cougars.
Come on, guys, let's go. Get a goal.
Calandra plays it out of the back to Yukinaw. Yukinaw settles. Lyon coming over to pressure. Into the middle for Youngberg with plenty of space. Leon comes back. Youngberg chips it up as Clevenger and Joyce chase. And Clevenger gets called for the trip. Free kick for the Tigers.
Hey, just because he trips doesn't mean it's a foul. Here we go, come on, boys.
Fowler takes the free kick up ahead. Schumacher heads it back into the middle. Wright's there. Wright plays it through. Leon gets to the ball. Calandra defending and clears it away. Corner kick for the Tigers. Wright comes over to take the corner. Wright sends a high ball in. Dahl tries to clear. Youngberg to the ball. Youngberg cuts it back as Wright's in front. Youngberg down the near side. Wright still defending, gets a touch, and out of bounds, throwing for the Tigers. Cleared away by Leone on the throw-in for the Cougars.
There you go, look at Gavin.
Throwing up ahead to Dahl. Dahl plays it through.
Get to the ball!
All the way down for Voller. Voller sends it high into the air into the middle. Wright clears out Beatty, and that's
Yeah, really? Really?
Clevenger gets a touch into the middle. Beatty gets a touch back to Youngberg. Youngberg chips it in. Clevenger's there. Clevenger getting in position, settles it back into the middle, and Mintz comes up to make the save. Sent high into the air. Calandra and Lyon fight for possession. Whistle, handball called on Calandro. Free kick for the Tigers. .9:30 left to play. Leone set up to take the free kick. Tigers have 4 guys set up at the top of the box. Shot on goal, and great shot as Stewart has to play it over. Corner kick for the Tigers.
All right, man up, White. Here we go. Get it out. Let's go.
Wright sends the ball in. High ball to the top of the box. Calandra gets a touch. Lyon was there for the follow, but couldn't put it on frame. Goal kick for the Cougars. Youngberg takes the goal kick. Up ahead. Fight for possession. Leone's able to get to it. Schumacher challenges back. Leone takes the shot from distance and goes wide of the frame. Goal kick for the Cougars.
Good job, Maxie.
Tigers in a high press. Actually, they're going to drop back as Youngberg takes the free kick. Whistle will restart play as Eisenbrandt subs out for, I believe that's Russell coming in, Takoya Russell.
Go, White. Come on, boys. Let's go.
What you got, Brody? What you got, Brody? Get some, Brody.
Youngberg back for the goal kick. Played into the middle of the field. Up to Boney. Boney's able to settle. Boney back to Schumacher. Schumacher gets challenged. Able to keep possession to Calandro. Calandro carries. Calandro takes up space as Wright comes up to defend.
Go, Brody.
Calandro makes a nice move. Gets the space over here to the near side for Dahl. Dahl has time as Larson comes up to defend. Played across to Youngberg. Youngberg lets it roll. Youngberg still in possession as he plays it to Yukinaw. Yukinaw has space in front. He's going to take that space as Wright comes up to defend. Plays it back across to Youngberg. Bowman sends it down the line out of bounds, throwing for the Tigers. Throwing down the line. Leone settles. Bowman comes in and tries to poke it away. Joyce gets to the ball. Cleared away to Schumacher. Schumacher chips it ahead for Clevenger to run. Clevenger to the corner. Still knocked away by the Tigers, so throwing for the Cougars. Throw into the middle for Youngberg. Youngberg sets up. Montanez comes up to challenge. Youngberg holds up possession, plays it over to Clevenger. Clevenger on the far side. Chips it into the top of the box. Beatty on the back side. Goes through and all the way to the sideline, throw in for the Tigers. Quick throw in as Wright's there to shield. Schumacher getting possession. Schumacher wins it into the middle. Schumacher carries across the field. Chipped in for Clevenger, defended by Joyce. Clevenger's able to get back to the ball. Plays in for Schumacher on the run. One touch. And deflected by Mintz. Corner kick for the Cougars.
Come on, let's go.
5:45 left to play in regulation. Cougars with the corner kick. Youngberg takes the corner. Backside ball goes over everyone. Clevenger will track back to it. Clevenger makes the turn, looking to get to the edge, sends it across, gets through to Boney, and whistle is blown. Looks like it was out of bounds, throwing for the Tigers on the far side. Joyce is ready for the throw-in with the ball as soon as the second ball gets off the field. Joyce throws it in. Clevenger steals. And foul called on Clevenger. Free kick for the Tigers. Voller there to take the kick. Ball sent to the middle of the field. Schumacher gets ahead, out of bounds, throwing on the far side for the Tigers. Leone over for the throw-in. Played down the line for Lyon. Yukonow steps in and clears. Lyon tracks back to the ball and with Russell. Ball left in the middle of the field for Hamlin. Hamlin leaves it for Dow. Dow plays it back to Yukonow as Lyon chases. Yukonow back to Dow. Stolen away by Larson. And Calandro clears it away.
Yeah, they're just calling it one way.
Throw in for the Tigers. Ball sent into the box. Calandro shielding and lets it go out of bounds. Goal kick for the Cougars. 4 minutes left to play.
Here we go, Cougars. Come on, let's go. 4 minutes.
Let's go!
Youngberg takes the free kick in the middle. Clevenger's there first, gets the touch. Back to Bowman. Stolen away on the far side by Russell.
Good job, no Russell.
Into the middle, Yukonow steps up and pressures with Lyon. Lyon's able to get to it. Dow gets the ball on the near side. Dow carries down the line. Dow has space in front as Larson comes in to defend. Dow still on the ball to the corner of the box. Dow drops for Beatty. Beatty being defended by Wright. Beatty across the field for Schumacher. Schumacher trying to push into the middle. Schumacher sets up the shot, takes the shot, and Mintz is there for the save. Mintz punts it away to the middle of the field. Boney's there, heads it down. Youngberg tracks back. Yukonow steps up with Lyon, and Lyon's able to win it back. Drop back to Montanez. Montanez clears to the far side. Bowman's there in possession. Bowman tries to one touch. Stolen away by the Tigers. Yukonow heads it back into the middle. Dow and Beatty there. Dow to the ball, cuts it back, plays it down the line. Dow still in possession, being defended by Larson and out of bounds. Throw in for the Tigers. Wright comes over to take the throw in. Wright throws it in up ahead to Leone. Leone settles. Dow fouls him from behind and free kick for the Tigers. Leone takes the free kick, sent across the box. Schumacher gets a touch, settles, and has room in front. Montanez comes up to pressure. Schumacher sends it through to Clevenger on the run. Clevenger makes a touch to the middle. Haley's there, cleared away by Voller. Back to the middle of the field. Larson's there. Youngberg comes in. Youngberg's able to get possession.
Are you going to call anything?
Youngberg back to the ball.
Good job, Malachi. Good job, Malachi.
Throw in for the Cougars. Throw into Leone. Leone back to Wright. Schumacher steps in and steals. Schumacher has room in front. Montanez comes over to challenge. Schumacher drops back. Plays it back to Youngberg in the middle. Youngberg takes the shot from 50 And goal kick for the Tigers. 1 minute left to play in regulation.
A minute left, Big Red.
Voller takes the goal kick, sent into the middle of the field, back spinning ball. Schumacher gets up and gets a touch up to Clevenger. Clevenger with his chest drops back to Youngberg. Youngberg chips it in. Boney's there, settles it back to Beatty and Russell on the far side. Russell is able to clear it away. Throw in for the Cougars. 20 seconds left to play. Throw in by Beatty into the box. Clevenger's there. Clevenger trying to get possession. Plays it across. Haley comes back. Haley gets a touch, tries to turn. Eisenbrandt gets to it and clears. Youngberg comes back. Lyon comes back, and that should do it. Actually, Youngberg's back to the ball. It's still in. Takes the shot, and Mintz makes the save at the horn. And that's regulation. All right, checking on overtime rules in Kansas. I don't know if they're the same as Missouri or not. See if I can find someone that knows. Okay, there's 5 minutes on the break till the overtime period. I believe it will be golden goal, same as Missouri. So 2 10-minute periods possible, and then penalty kicks. And golden goal means anyone scores, the game's over. We'll take an audio break here and be back in 4 minutes to start overtime. Okay, looks like we're going to get started a little bit early. Back here to start the overtime period. I believe we'll put 10 minutes on the clock. Waiting for official word on that. The Tigers will take the kickoff.
Let's go, White. Here we go, Cougars. Come on.
All right, clock is set. And we're underway. Overtime period. Ball dropped back to Fowler. Sent back into the middle. Youngberg gets a touch. Over to Larson. Larson sends it through. Calandra is there, leaves it for Stewart. Good communication by the back line and Stewart, the keeper. And Stewart has it at the top of the box. We'll punt it away. Sends it to the far side. Good touch in the middle. Wright has the ball. Wright sends it all the way in. And Stewart's there for the save. Stewart topspin ball to the far side. Clevenger over there to challenge. Clevenger tries to keep it in, goes out of bounds. Throw in for the Tigers on the far side. Wright comes over for the throw. Thrown up ahead. Schumacher gets the ball, leaves it for Youngberg. Youngberg back to Schumacher on the run. Montanez comes over to challenge. Schumacher gets through. Still on the ball. Gets around. Clips it back to Clevenger. Clevenger back to Schumacher. Schumacher strikes, far post, and goes wide of the frame. Goal kick, Tigers. Fowler there for the free kick, or the goal kick, into the middle of the field. Leon makes the touch. Yukonaz there, plays it on the ground to Schumacher. Schumacher in possession, plays it back to Yukonaz being challenged by a Lion. Clears the way. Wright and Youngberg there fighting for the ball. Wright stays in possession, able to be cleared away by Youngberg. Joyce comes in as Haley pressures. Joyce sends it through. Stewart's going to have to come up, and he's able to get it at the top of the box. Stewart low ball into the middle. Schumacher's there to settle. Wright comes over to pressure. Wright steals as Schumacher lost his foot. And ball played through it. Calandro settles it with his chest. Yukonaz there. Plays it back to the middle for Schumacher. Schumacher has time to turn. Montanez plays it. Schumacher plays it through to Beatty. Beatty loses his feet. Boney to the ball. Montanez clears away to the far side. Dahl steps up. Dahl into the middle for Youngberg. Youngberg has time. Youngberg switches the field over to Haley. And over top of Haley's head, throw in for the Tigers. Joyce taking the throw in for the Tigers. Leon comes over to receive the ball. Beatty challenging from behind. Haley's leaving the ball. Haley's guarding. Beatty steals. Leon wins it back and takes it across the field. Clevenger comes in and steals. Clevenger has some space. Takes the shot, deflected away by Montanez. Clevenger sends it back in. Joyce heads it away. Fowler gets over there to the ball. Is able to keep it in. Haley challenges. Fowler's able to get through down the line. Fowler sends it high into the air into the middle. Yukonaz there. Settles with his chest down to Schumacher. Schumacher has time to turn. Taking up space. Chips it over for Clevenger on the run. And Mintz gets off his line and is able to grab it. 6:30 left to play in the first overtime period. Ball bouncing into the top spinning ball in the middle. Schumacher settles. Leon comes in to challenge. Schumacher's able to cut it back. Leaves it for Youngberg. Youngberg in possession as Wright's challenging. Leaves it for Calandro as Calandro takes space. Calandro brings it up the field. He's still on the run. Calandro holds up play. Looks for an option. Calandro turns and keeps it in bounds. Joyce clears it away. Throw in for the Cougars. Calandro taking the throw in for the Cougars. Big throw into the box. Valor makes the touch, cleared away. Calandro's back to the ball. Calandro drops it back for Bowman. Bowman plays it down the line, touched away by Larson, and throw in for the Cougars. Haley throws it into Schumacher. Leon gets a touch away, up to Lyon. Lyon has a good ball up to Leon. Leon heavy on the touch if he can get back to it. He's able to get back to it in the box. Calandro defending, loses his feet, and sent in. Stewart's able to grab it. Stewart punts a low ball up ahead. Clevenger loses his feet, cleared away by Eisenbrandt. Bowman to the ball. Bowman settles, chips it back into the middle. Larson settles it with his chest. Schumacher's there to steal. Schumacher carries, stole away by Larson. Larson in the middle of the field, plays it through to Lyon. Lyon for the shot, and Stewart makes the save. Corner kick for the Tigers. Wright comes down to take the corner.
Let's go, Big Red! Bring the thunder, Bernie!
Wright sends the corner in. High ball. Clevenger gets a touch. Back to Lyon. Calandro comes up and deflects. Back to Youngberg with space in transition. Youngberg carrying down the near side. Defended by by Montanez. Youngberg sends it down all the way through as Mintz comes up and is able to grab it.
Right here, White. Win it.
4 minutes left to play in the first overtime.
Let's go, Big Red!
Mintz punts it high into the air. Clevenger's there, settles it in the middle. Clevenger plays it through for Youngberg. Youngberg can't get a touch and it goes through. Valor clears.
Let's go, Big Red!
Bowman there, tries to touch it ahead, plays it across the box, or across the middle. Wright steps up, plays it with his chest, pops it into the air. Leon's there. Leon tries to control it, plays it wide. Russell there. Stewart comes out and deflects. And goes over the goal. Corner kick for the Tigers. Right over on the side for the corner. Sends the ball high to the backside and goes on the net. Goal kick for the Cougars. 3 minutes left to play here in the first overtime. Score still tied at 0. Dow set up to take the goal kick. Dow takes the ball in the middle field. Youngberg is there. Montanez gets the first touch. Heads it forward to Leon. Calandro comes up and gets the touch. Into the middle for Youngberg. Youngberg plays it through. Stolen away by Montanez. Montanez plays it wide. Bowman touches. Into trouble for Lyon. Lyon gets to it. Settles and gets fouled. And that will be a PK for the Tigers to finish the game.
Unbelievable!
Yeah, you can do that.
Ball's under his leg!
All right, free penalty kick here to finish the game.
Let's go!
Andrew Lyon taking the penalty kick. Or no, I'm sorry, that's not Lyon. That's who is that taking it? Is it Valor? Valor taking it. And scores. And that finishes the game for the Tigers.
That's what we're talking about! Yeah!
1:15 left in overtime. The Tigers finish on the PK. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. And we'll be back here, let's see, next Monday. We'll be home at Ozark Christian College to play Fair Grove.